think it was that port. Anyways, go ahead.
It might be.
So, Home Alone 1, they leave Kevin off because they do the head count. The next door neighbor gets counted.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was in the bus.
When they go to the airport, they have, 14 tickets?
Yeah.
You assume? And they hand it to the lady at the gate. And does she do a quick head count? I don't know. Does she count the tickets?
I don't remember.
No, because they were all rushing onto the plane. They just took the tickets and gave it to the person standing at the door, and they just all went on.
I remember in the second one, he ran into the lady, and all the tickets went everywhere.
And he said it was in there somewhere.
And he said it was in there somewhere, so they let him on. Because I remember, I don't know why, but I paid attention to the last time we watched it.
So this was a fan theory that the dad knew what he's doing all along. When the soda gets spilt on the table, I said, "Look what you did, you little jerk!" When dad's wiping up all the stuff, all the pizza, he throws away Kevin's ticket. You see his name on it, or he uses Kevin's ticket to wipe away.
Nice.
And for a split second, you see it in the trash can.
Yeah.
So he never had his ticket when he went to the airport.
Nice.
So, phantom ticket.
That is a small little detail. I don't know how anybody caught. And that goes on to theory that his dad knew what he was doing the whole time. He hired the wet plumbers.
He wanted that kid dead.
To terrorize his child?
No, he wanted that kid dead. He had one too many.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Life insurance.
That's like somebody, what is it? What was John Ritter in? Was it Three's Company? It was Three's Company,
Yes.
right? Somebody was like freeze framing it because you couldn't freeze frame that shit when it was out.
Right.
Somebody freeze frame it, and there's a part where he's hopping over a couch, and you can see his balls.
Oh.
So
No one wants to see that.
Yeah,
Well, you want to see John Ritter's balls.
Yeah.
They were weird looking.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. Hey, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel.
Hey.
And our guest today is Katrina Swathwood.
Sorry.
The default, nobody else could do it.
I just live here. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, we're just kind of going into this one.
It's yours.
We're going into this one as a casual conversation.
likes you.
And
That's true.
And see what
I
happens.
was talking to Robert.
Yeah,
What were you saying yes to?
Oh, people usually don't like me. That's what I was saying.
That's true. It's very true.
Yeah.
No, but we're just going to go into this one as a casual conversation. No.
Why did I dress up formally?
I like the tuxedo.
Yeah. God damn it.
You own a tuxedo?
No.
You rented this?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm keeping the joke going?
Yeah. I'll take a picture and
No,
he's
just
actually
funny.
nude.
Never
No,
nude.
but everything's
Cut off.
always either it's Thor or Walking Dead or we're going to have a Justice League one or Star Wars or...
How's Walking Dead going?
last week's episode was so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Much
It goes
better.
from shit to good?
Yeah, it was a bad episode followed by a really, really, really good, tense, like, really good episode.
That's cool.
Where, like, Ezekiel was in danger at one point and he kind of dropped the King Act for a minute, you know?
In front of everybody?
In front of a couple people.
Okay.
But,
Like 2 people.
that's a couple.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good. No, I really liked it. It's fucking good.
I haven't watched it. I watched some
Who's
Curb.
talking to you?
My dad.
Oh, wow. That's kind of late for him.
What time is it over there?
What?
They're 3 hours ahead.
Yeah. 11:18.
It feels later now than
It does. I've been falling asleep super early. Like, since I got the new job, I've been staying up till 9:30, between 9:30 and 10.
And now 9:30 and 10
stuff.
feels like too
No, I'm
late.
like falling asleep at 8 o'clock.
Earlier than...
It's 7:30.
7:30 is more accurate.
The time change just messed me up, man.
Yeah, it does. It freaking you go outside, it's 5 p.m. and it's pitch black. What the
That
fuck?
doesn't bother me.
What did I have? I had some stuff written down that I wanted to have your...
My opinion.
Yeah, so I know I texted you about it, but what do you think about this Lord of the Rings thing
TV
on
show?
Amazon? They said it might be the most expensive TV show ever made.
That's interesting. Initial thought of thinking I'm going to have to pirate it or watch it. So I don't have Amazon Prime. I think I'm in the minority, right?
Well, I mean, if it was only $90 a year and you'd benefit from, like, I'm assuming if you bought it for getting Lord of the Rings that you might use it to have stuff shipped.
I think I get stuff shipped to me from Amazon 3-4 times a year, so it's not crazy.
So that's probably what, $25 maybe in shipping.
Although I always buy stuff that's free shipping.
Okay.
So your cart's big enough to get free shipping?
Usually. It's only 25 or 35.
Something like that.
It's not horrible. But I don't get 2-day turnaround.
But then it's also a lot of benefits. I mean, for like, I mean, I don't know why you would need something delivered the same day, but there's a Prime Now website, and it's all stuff you can have delivered same day.
Oh yeah, convenient as shit.
I mean, if you really wanted to watch Lord of the Rings and you didn't want to pirate it, I mean, there's other benefits to getting Prime other than...
Like them installing the doorbell so they can come in and put your stuff inside your house.
I don't like that idea.
You haven't heard about that?
No.
And Walmart's going to do it too with grocery delivery. They're going to come put the groceries in your fridge.
If you get a certain doorbell with camera that mounts on the inside of your house, it basically has a keypad code.
I don't like that at all.
Only that Amazon person dropping off package can use it, so you can put something right inside your door.
Yeah, but Walmart's taking it a step further. They're going to do grocery delivery where they'll come inside your house and put your groceries in your fridge.
That's creepy.
How does that work when somebody gets mauled by a dog? On that,
I'm sure there's
the
going to
driver's
be,
side.
Preset issues where you can't have an animal loose in the house. Or, like, when... for example, the DirecTV guy just let Bryn run out the door when he came over and just kind of stood there. That was fun.
Your pupils are gigantic right now. Did you
Sorry.
take drugs?
No.
What the fuck?
Did you drug me?
No.
How's the house looking?
Just so, I mean, I don't mean to make an awkward silence there. I guess it wasn't awkward. I don't mean to make a silence there. I like how you're taking off your sweater.
His tuxedo sweater?
But my dad has like the house for Christmas. I'll post. I think I've showed you before, right?
He's already done it this year. This year.
This is this year.
He didn't do it after Thanksgiving.
No, it takes him 4 weeks to get it up.
So it won't turn on until after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Is that lights?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it takes him 4 weeks to put these lights up. I'll put a picture up on Twitter.
It's one of those internet-worthy, like...
Yeah, and he has stuff like programmed to
music,
and he does it all year, and stuff. He just sent me a picture. I'll put it up on.
He destroys the grid.
It's well, they're LED lights, and it's all to his house. It's not like he's getting power from other people, but I mean, he replaced all his regular lights with LED lights. But I mean, just this year, he moved into a 2-story house that's on a corner, and he didn't have any lights for the side, so he spent $2,500 just on lights on the side.
Perfect. I'm sure his neighbors love it.
They do.
When they put
people come outside and like
these new neighbors.
Yeah. And he goes and talks to all his neighbors before he does it.
And if they say no, I don't want it.
He said I'd tone it down.
Really?
Yeah. But he said when he put the for sale sign on his last house that people were coming up and knocking and asking why he was moving because he had been doing it there for 10 years.
How far away did he move?
3.5 hours.
Yeah.
They're not traveling for that.
No.
They can watch it on YouTube when he puts it up, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Probably not.
Just that side of the house is 10,000 LED lights.
That's trippy as shit.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. I heard it's going to be a prequel.
My second thought, besides after piracy, will it ruin the movie? Will it ruin it's hard to say. Will it ruin the franchise? Bold statement, but if you consider the Hobbits being made, they tarnished the Lord of the Rings a bit. Because it makes some things in the universe wackier and just.
Wouldn't you say that about any expansion on any trilogy?
It definitely any expansion has the potential to.
Yeah, the Star Wars trilogy did that. Make the original Star Wars kind of weird whenever Obi-Wan talks about the past. Oh yeah, we were good friends. We fought in the Clone War. It all doesn't fit. Whatever.
Right.
I just kind of took him as covering that up, so Luke didn't know that his dad was a piece of shit.
Yeah, it wasn't that exact phrase that got. There's a couple other things. That old Jedi's the one line. That religion is long dead. That ancient religion. Jedi's existed about 20 years before that. There was thousands of them. Not quite an ancient religion.
Yeah.
I don't know, unless he's using the terminology just to describe how long the Order lasted. I don't know. So in that regard, I'm slightly worried. Unless they're in the Lord of the Rings universe. A different cinematic universe, if that makes sense.
It says it'll take place before the 2001 feature film Fellowship of the Rings.
Do you think it'll be canon to Jackson's version? Or do you think they're going to do shit like Shadows of War? Kind of canon to the book in their own universe? You know what I mean?
Well, who's showrunning it?
I don't think they've gotten that far.
Okay, so that's probably
just rights.
That's probably just going to determine where it's going to go.
I know that the Tolkien family was kind of pissed off for a while and stuff. I'm wondering because they're the ones, them and
in which version with New Line?
Yeah,
everybody sued New Line, right? Peter Jackson sued them, and yeah.
Do they exist anymore?
New Line? I don't know.
I'm sure they do. This show's making bank off that.
Yeah, they made a lot of
money.
Not
they got sued by everybody.
But the other thing that was
settled because obviously they got Peter Jackson back.
The other kind of nerdy thing that was brought up over the last week. Did you see they announced another Spider-Man spinoff?
No, I didn't.
Because they're doing Venom. They're doing Morbius, the living vampire.
Really?
Yeah.
Have I ever heard of Morbius?
He's in the cartoon.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the cartoon?
I watch X-Men more. I don't remember any particular Spider-Man episode.
I don't remember reading a lot about him in the comics, other than I read some stories that he was in. But he looked like this in the.
He's a legit Spider-Man villain. That looks familiar.
He's not like a villain. He is, but he is. I'm going to be the first to admit that I didn't read a ton about him.
That's gonna be a standalone movie.
Yeah.
Wait till we see if the first villain movie works. Jeez.
Well, you had the same speculations about Iron Man. Iron Man wasn't a huge name, or Ant-Man.
Ant-Man way less than Iron Man for sure.
I think that Iron Man's only as big as he is now because of the movie.
I knew who he was before. I guess arguing who's more popular, whatever. But
outside of the
to have a villain, because Marvel hasn't done any villain themed movies.
Well, this wouldn't be. This is still Sony.
Yeah, so I'm just saying
it's still not Marvel.
But if they'll make a Venom and that before they make another Spider-Man movie,
well, Spider-Man will be Marvel,
right?
Oh,
because they lent Spider-Man to
Marvel.
Because Marvel made the last Spider-Man movie, not Sony.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought they co.
They did, but Marvel had creative control.
Because didn't they? The deal with that was for Deadpool, wasn't it?
Deadpool is
that separate?
That's
Fox,
X-Men. That's Fox.
Right, but wasn't there some kind of deal or no?
Oh yeah, they traded the
characters.
Supersonic Negatini, whatever her name was,
so there's some probably
for Ego.
In Guardians?
Pratt's dad. Yeah, they traded.
So it's probably a similar line where they're going to trade something for something else. Because they obviously can't run a Spider-Man.
Yeah, they're going to keep doing other stuff to try to make money. You could definitely make it cool. Marvel Comics is so rich with different characters that they're making a Cloak and Dagger one too, I believe.
TV show?
Yeah, and I believe a Moon Knight one.
Those sound like perfect for Netflix.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how that's all going to work now with Disney pulling all their shit off of Netflix.
They're going to have their own streaming channel.
Are they?
Yeah, they're opening their own streaming channel.
They realize there's money in it, so of course they're going to have their own.
Interesting. Well, Netflix produced The Defenders.
I don't think they're taking those shows off.
No.
Punisher starts on Friday. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, which sucks because we've been watching the show Mindhunter on Netflix.
It's really good.
It's really good.
I've heard of it, I think.
It has to do with it's the 70s, right?
Yes.
It's the FBI in the 70s before serial killers were labeled serial killers. And it has to do with the behavioral science guys who end up
coining terms.
Yeah, coining terms and doing the research. They start
Edmund
Kemper, who was a real legitimate serial killer.
Oh,
code killer
in real life.
That name didn't ring a bell.
He's a big oafy dude.
Yeah. He's 6'9", 250 pounds in real life, and he's still alive.
Prison?
Yeah.
Permanent. He's life in prison.
Sentence.
He's like a Manson.
It's weird though, because when you're watching it, he really likes talking to police. And I remember reading about him years and years and years ago about how he's really friendly with police and stuff. And even to this day, he's like a model inmate. And
so he's OJ.
Past that, ironically, he helps other inmates schedule their appointments with their psychiatrists and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. So
does he help cops find other serial killers? Is he Hannibal Lecter?
A little bit. Well, it was the first.
Hello, Clarice.
It was the first serial killer that they interviewed that gave them some sort of insight
like
onto
characteristic
how
traits.
He wasn't helping them try to find somebody, but he was talking about himself and how that is. And I read somewhere there's between 18 and 30 active serial killers in the United States at any given moment.
Really?
There's one in Tampa Bay right now.
That's interesting.
They just don't want to alert the public and make them scared.
How many do you have to have killed to be serial killer?
Isn't it 3?
I think it's 3, but it has to have like a pattern or something.
Yeah, there has to be similar traits to each killing.
If you go on one killing spree and you kill 10 people and get away, are you a serial killer?
No.
Because,
this is calculated kills, stalking.
Like that guy that just killed the people in Northern California.
Yeah.
He just went on a random
That's a mass shooting.
He's so lucky. That's the one time like a school did a good job and locked that shit down.
A couple kids got shot, but I don't think anybody... I think there's a couple kids that are...
I heard one critical, but I hadn't heard anything else.
There was a kid, though, whose grandma... It was either grandma and mom or grandma and dad were both shot and killed in that, and now he's an orphan.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's terrible. We were saying... I was telling Katrina the other day, I'm like... If we're going to put our flags up at half-mast every time there's a mass shooting, which I understand, we might as well just leave them half-mast all year because it's all the time.
Rampant.
Yeah. A lot of crazies with guns.
Yeah.
A lot of crazies around. Not to get into that, but we were talking about it. You guys watch the Deadpool teaser.
Yeah.
If you call it a teaser, I don't know.
It was considered a teaser, but we watched it this morning.
It's not a preview, it's a teaser.
Yeah, so funny.
Oh my
God. The whole Bob Ross shit.
Yeah. That was really, really good.
Yeah.
They know their audience.
and how the picture keeps changing. He's like, oh shit. Yeah, I hope...
Even the names for... Because I just put on a Bob Ross show maybe like a month ago, just like, I don't know, something linked. Somebody had a cool art. I was like, you ever see Bob Ross? And just all the colors were, but soy and green and... whatever funny names Deadpool had for all the colors. I can't remember now. But that made me laugh. Yeah, just the color names.
That was a really good trailer.
Boo-doo-doo. Just ignore it. Restart later.
You want me to click that?
Sure.
Okay, it's still working.
When did that have a release date? Do you notice?
I don't know. Is it next year?
More likely. Yeah.
Because our next big... I mean,
Was it filmed, or are they post-production?
I believe they're in post-production.
I don't know why they wouldn't just release it again in February.
Because...
Low power?
I don't think that's funny, Katrina. Sorry. I don't like when shit like this happens. Because then this happens and then it fucking freezes. No, because Black Panther's coming out in February. That's why.
That's true. No, they wouldn't want to go against that.
Typically, although Thor came out 2 weeks ago, and Justice League comes out tomorrow.
I think that's enough
time. That's DC, though.
Yeah.
They not be too smart.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one is Fox and one is Marvel for the other one, but they seem to be in a more okay relationship now. No, that's Sony and them.
Yeah, Fox and Marvel still probably hate each other.
But they traded those characters. I mean, that's something.
There's something going on, yeah.
No, but did you see the Rotten Tomato score on?
I've avoided it. I mean, I don't care. You can tell me, but I haven't read any review and.
I didn't read any reviews. I just saw what I was curious because I just like you see headlines and some people are like, oh, it's so much fun. Like, oh, it's finally a return to something positive and all this stuff and. People are like, oh, the only good characters were Flash and Aquaman and stuff. And I'm like, okay. And then I saw some that were bad, so I just looked up the score and it was at 38%.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So we'll see. I mean...
We shall see.
If it's better than Batman vs. Superman, I guess it's a success.
I doubt it'll be as good. It's not going to be as good as Wonder Woman.
No.
That's a tough cookie.
What do you think about the... did you see those pictures?
Amazonian one.
The Amazons?
Yeah. I saw. I couldn't really get the picture larger, so I couldn't see.
It wouldn't matter. There's so much skin showing in the other one. It doesn't matter.
It's like the one directed by a woman. They have full armor on,
like plate armor.
And the one directed by a man.
They're like bikinis.
They're in like it's just like a top and.
I did see top, although on the picture I saw, that's why I want to zoom in. The Amazonians from the first one still weren't like. It was halfway there to being like legit ready for battle because they still had. Full arms exposed.
Yeah, their arms and legs were exposed.
Basically, like their torsos and like the shins were up way higher.
But this is just basically wearing a bra and panties.
Yeah, I get that. It's degraded, but I don't think the first one was completely
Their whole body is
sexualized.
Protected. There was nothing that they were showing that is considered sexual. I mean, showing.
I guess I should repeat
from the knee down and the shoulder down.
I don't think the armor in the first one was good enough for them to be ready for battle.
I can't remember if
I guess what's the context? Because if they're sparring, of course they're not going to have full battle armor.
They were battling.
That was a surprise.
They got killed by like 50 Germans. Killed like 50 of them. They're very good warriors.
Well, I don't remember when they had the flashback to when they fought. Before were they wearing full armor?
I think they were wearing full armor.
I don't remember.
Because if that's...
I only watched the
Because
one.
even just think about...
Because they were on their island, Paradise Island or whatever it's called, and if they weren't... they obviously weren't expecting to be in a battle right there. If that was just their training gear, then that's one thing.
Surprise battle. But I was thinking about the Valkyrie and Thor. She was in full armor.
I was like... We didn't talk about... I really like that scene where they show a flashback and all them riding
and it was
Pegasus.
slow and...
You remember like the movie The Immortals or whatever it's called?
I never saw it.
In the trailers, though, they show like a bunch of angels, people fighting in the sky. I waited the whole movie for that scene. It was the very last scene in the movie, and it had nothing to do with like the gods waged war against each other. I was like, I want to see that fight where they're just flying, and it reminded me of all the same shit.
That goes a step further though, as far as the Amazons and stuff. Okay, if there was a flashback and they were in full armor, and they're fully protected. Then you go to their sparring uniforms where they have
movement.
If they're in,
I would concede. I'm going
to put quote. If they're in lounging gear where they're just sitting around, then whatever. But I mean, if that's what they're going to battle in,
yeah, I would concede that notion.
Cry bullshit.
If they actually wore legit armor in a flashback,
yeah. You hear Ben Affleck's trying to back out, right?
I see headlines.
Did you see
I didn't click the article.
Who the rumor person to replace him is right now?
Did he sign a contract? And it's Matt Damon, isn't it?
It's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon's Loki. What are you talking about?
Did you guys see the trailer for Downsizing?
Yes.
I think that looks legit.
It does.
Really interesting.
I like a sci-fi twist and then human drama mixed in the middle.
You see when they had the big bottle of vodka?
And it was like a water spout.
And it was like a water spout, or they were just.
I thought they actually had water. That was vodka.
No, that was vodka. It was an
awesome.
absolute vodka bottle.
Yeah, that looks interesting. I mean, I like movies that when something comes along, it's just completely different. You know?
Yeah. Didn't expect that.
Original material. What a surprise!
It's so unusual.
It's just cool. Just you think of the concept. Oh, I guess it would be cheaper. You could buy a house. It's just like buying a doll, and that'd be a cool sci-fi concept.
Disaster Artist comes out soon. We have to see that together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be. I can't wait, man.
God.
It looks so good.
When's the release date?
I don't know.
It starts showing on the 1st in like select places.
In December?
Mm-hmm.
Oy. That's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Does Home Alone count? Because that's an easy one. I always watch that a million
Justice League
times.
is down to 36%.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, bananas.
Coco's at 96%.
Does Die Hard count?
That's a debate.
It takes place in Christmas
Yeah.
time. I don't know if it's a Christmas movie.
Ho, ho, ho. Now I have a machine gun.
Disaster Artist, December 1st. 95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
When it has wide release, or do we gotta go hunt it down?
I don't think you're going to have to hunt it down, but I don't know if they're going to have a special release here in San Diego. They might. I'm thinking more like LA and New York.
Yeah, Disaster Artist, 95%. And it's got to have more reviews now. 38. It's going to be good, man.
Christmas movie?
Yeah, favorite Christmas movie. I always kind of lean towards the old school. Like I like Rudolph and Frosty.
Like cartoon?
Yeah, the old claymation ones. Those are my favorites. I have a soft spot for the Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
I always did. Man, that was on TV like a year ago. God, it was so cringy. I'm like, oh God.
I've watched it. I watched it last year.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's not. You don't get a little cringe?
Why does it make you cringe?
I have no idea what scene I was watching. Middle of the movie. I can't remember. It's when he was getting fat, and I don't remember what was going on. But I remember thinking, shit, I watch this movie all the fucking time.
My little brother watched it nonstop.
I remember I didn't like the sequels, which is funny.
That's why I hate it.
I liked. I watched the third one with Martin Short, where he takes over as Santa.
I remember seeing that.
He's like Jack Frost.
Yeah, he's Jack Frost.
It's funny. Santa Claus, they actually murder Santa, and nobody gives a shit. Like the guy that all the elves have known for however long, they couldn't give a flippity fuck.
It's business, man.
Yeah,
it's all business.
There's no mourning. It's like, oh my God, you're the guy who killed my best friend. I'm going through PTSD. No, like,
what about Elf? Are you the one that doesn't like Elf?
I was never partial to it. It's a fine movie.
Yeah, the Elf is great, man.
Out of all the Will Ferrell movies, I would put Scrooge way up there. That would be number 2.
That's who directed that? We were just talking about that. Was Rob Reiner?
Yeah.
Was it?
Do you realize what he's directed?
Princess Bride. I should know.
A Few Good Men. Like, I was looking at it, he had a period there where I was just like, what?
Some reason I've seen him recently on TV, and he looked no different to me than when he did, like...
Was it in that show on True TV? The Andrea Savage show?
I can't remember. It was on TV when I walked...
That was so good.
I walked out in the living room, and I was like, he doesn't look at all as old as I thought he would.
They were eating dinner, and their waiter walks away, and she was like, is that Rob Reiner? They're like, I think that's Rob Reiner. And it was Rob Reiner playing their waiter.
That's fun. Did you guys ever see a movie called The Muse?
No.
I think it's late 90s. It has Albert Brooks as the main character. He's a writer in Hollywood. It has a bunch of like actual cameos from like directors and stuff. But people recommend that he goes to the...
Okay, so real quick. This is Spinal Tap.
Sharon Stone.
Which I've never seen.
I've never seen it either.
No, but it's famous.
Yeah. Stand By Me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Princess Bride.
Yep.
When Harry Met Sally. Misery. A Few Good Men. North. The American President. Ghost of Mississippi. A couple here and there. Bucket List. And that's it. What movie did I say? Who directed Scrooge then? We were just talking about it.
I don't know. Well, we were talking about it because of Bobcat.
Yeah. Now I need to know who directed it. We were just having this conversation. I was like, oh, so-and-so directed...
Speaking of Bobcat, I like all the movies he directs. They're all like dark comedies.
I don't know if I've ever seen one.
What's one of the guys who has cancer? He goes and kills people who deserve it. Or Robin Williams' son commits suicide and he writes a death note and...
Oh, it was the guy that directed The Goonies, directed Scrooge, and all the Lethal Weapon movies.
Who's directed the... Who is it?
Richard Donner.
Who is
He also directed 16 Blocks. I like that movie.
He didn't direct The Nice Guys?
No.
I thought the guy who directed The Nice Guys was the Lethal Weapon guy.
No, he directed something else that we like. What was it?
It was
you love that movie,
yeah. And I was like, I was like, this feels like a cheap version of this movie.
Yeah,
and
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
If he didn't direct Lethal Weapon, then he wrote it.
Shane Black.
Yes. I thought he directed.
Yeah, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Iron Man 3. He wrote Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I don't remember. The Muse.
Oh, so that's why Rob Reiner in the late 90s looked like he did now to me. My mind. But,
Interesting.
Yeah, well, Sharon Stone. Albert Brooks has to take care of this lady. Apparently, when you meet a muse, he has to, like, invite her to his house, and she has to live there. And he puts her in, like, his granny flat. And all these directors keep popping in and out, like, getting advice for her. Like, Martin Scorsese comes out, like, okay, so he said, stay away from the water. Stay away from the water. Okay. I think James Cameron. Oh, maybe that's what James Cameron says or something. A bunch of, like, celebrity cameos. It's funny.
Like Zoolander?
Yeah. Like Zoolander.
You love that movie and you still haven't seen the second one, have you?
No.
Did you watch the Meyerowitz thing yet?
The what?
The Meyerowitz
Stories?
The one with Ben Stiller and Adam
Dustin
Sandler.
Hoffman?
We didn't talk about this? Did I talk to somebody else about this?
I don't remember. What is it?
It's like a movie where I saw Adam Sandler in it and I was like, oh my god.
Oh, you said,
He's
okay.
really good.
The Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
Show. Movie?
No, it's just a movie, yeah.
I don't even know. He's kind of
What?
not the main character. Who was the
He was in it more than anybody else.
That's true.
I watched The Babysitter.
What's The Babysitter?
Netflix original movie? You haven't seen it? It hasn't been on...
Oh, I've seen it on there.
Okay. It starts with 20 minutes of whatever and then turns into like a horror movie.
No, I haven't watched it.
It's the trailer would have given it away if you ever watched. Well, I would say light horrors. It's more comedy, so whatever.
Light horrors?
Light horrors.
Speaking about Star Tours, did you see that video of Mark Hamill?
No. What? Do?
Yeah, it's really cool. There's everybody sitting on Star Tours, and have you been on Star Tours in the last? There's somebody there,
20 years.
the person that sets it up, and stuff, and they're like, this guy goes, and we have a special captain for this flight, and Mark Hamill comes on to Star Tours, and everybody's like, except for one guy's just like, he didn't know who he was.
Knew who was.
But everybody else is like freaking out.
They do it for a talk show or just for shits and giggles?
It was
he
just
was
at
at
Disneyland
that day.
That's funny. So that's akin to Johnny Depp being on Pirates.
Yeah.
You just have to be one of those lucky people to
happen to be there.
Yep. We're going to Disneyland.
How was it recorded? People's cell phones?
Yeah, somebody recorded on their cell phone.
Okay, so
it looked like they were just recording the intro to Star Tours, like.
And then out pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, surprise.
Because it was obviously a camera phone.
Okay, well, that's pretty cool.
We've already gone to Disney 4 times since we had passes. Well, 3 days and another day.
How many Star Tours did you go on?
Once. Maybe twice.
Oh, you went with your dad?
So twice, yeah.
Have they updated...
November 17th. What day is today? So tomorrow they put Last Jedi stuff in.
What, the last one?
Yeah, that was in before it came out.
Okay.
Maybe not Rogue One, but...
Because I haven't ridden...
Yeah, like a month before they come out, they put stuff into the ride.
Update content.
Yeah.
So whether they had the desert planet, whatever it's called.
Yeah, and you're following the
Millennium Falcon.
The Millennium Falcon, yeah.
What other planets do they have? The one with the
temple
big
on
lake.
It. Yeah. I don't remember what that planet was called.
It's been a while since I watched it.
Me too.
I'll have to rewatch them before.
Have you watched another one yet?
We watched 2.
How's it going?
It's going slow.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't react at all. I was trying to record it when she didn't know didn't know Darth Vader. She didn't know any spoilers. So Darth Vader reveal. I was hoping to get a big reaction. She just kind of,
That sucks.
like, that's the biggest reveal of all time. How do you not go?
It is.
She's like, oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, God. That's so disappointing.
I got the opposite effects. Did I tell you that Parker and Oliver watched Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
And they loved it, you told me.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the Large Marge part?
Oh, God, that freaked me out.
They were like...
Oliver won't watch it. He comes and hide in the kitchen.
Oliver loves that movie. We've watched the one with John Manganiello and Big Holiday and Big Adventure probably at least 5 times each over the last week.
Yeah.
But when the Large Marge part comes, Oliver goes and hides in the other room.
I did that with that scene, and in Ghostbusters when the librarian ghost freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
I would kind of cover the ears or the eyes. Was I wrong? Was Simone in the new one as a pilot? Was that her?
The girl from the first one?
Yeah, Pee-wee. Au revoir, Pee-wee.
That's her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never looked it up.
I looked it up last time.
Why didn't she play the same character?
I don't know.
She went to another country.
There was another guy that was in it in both of them as well, but he was like a minor character. I think he was on the show too.
Who was he in?
He was just like a minor little background character.
Oh.
What I didn't realize is that the movie came out before the show was on.
Oh, the movie inspired the show?
Yeah.
I never thought about it. That's interesting.
Well, apparently he had like an HBO special before, and he pitched a movie, but they wouldn't do a movie, so his agent and his manager and stuff told him to go on a tour and tour the show. So he did 20 dates, and they weren't kids shows. They were the show.
Adult.
The adult show was went on at like 11 or 12 at night.
Really?
Like it was. He came up with that character in some Chicago. I think it's called Second City, where a lot of people have come through. Mm-hmm. And he did like it was a character he came up with. Phil Hartman was there with him and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and he just ended up pitching it, and it came up. What's funny is you see Lawrence Fishburne on there because he was Cowboy Curtis.
Yeah.
It's. I used to watch that show as a kid, and I've watched a couple episodes now, and I'm like, oh, this is
Me too.
strange.
Parker says it's strange. He's like, this is so weird.
Come on in. I can't remember how the intro music goes. I would.
It's weird, but the movie holds up. The movie's still great.
The word of the day.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. You watch Big Top yet?
It's not on there.
It's not on there.
All of the rest of it is the Christmas special, the show, Big Adventure, and Big Holiday, but not.
No Big Top Pee-wee.
Probably because it was the worst one out of all 3.
I don't know. I have to watch the third one again, but I always watched those first 2 growing up, so I'd be very partial toward Big Top Pee-wee.
Big Adventure was always my favorite.
Oh, 100%. It is night and day.
I watched Big Top maybe 2 or 3 times. It wasn't as good.
Not by a long shot.
That's
I disagree.
Would you put Big Adventure below Big Top?
Yeah. I watched it more.
I knew you liked Big Top. I didn't know you liked it that much. That's funny.
Nobody's perfect.
Nope. It's not possible.
The Piccolo Pupolo brothers.
I don't even remember it at all.
You can't then hate on it so much.
I said as a kid I didn't like it as much.
It's not as... He's got a talking pig. It's a little more abstract.
Than a talking chair?
I'm thinking
did
the
he have
Big
a talking
Adventure.
chair in the show? Or in the movie?
Big Adventure was more normal. Even though, it is...
Normal.
I mean, compared to a talking pig and Midge Montana, who's 5 inches tall, who's the ringleader's wife.
I can tell you this, though. It was universally thought of as a lesser movie than the first one.
Oh, I wouldn't...
I'm not saying just like me. I'm just saying in general. That's why they didn't make another one for that many years. Yeah. What's funny is I really like the new one. It was done really well.
Funny movie.
Yeah. Dude, I love when
he looks so old, though.
He does,
is old.
but they kicked on so much makeup. You don't see a wrinkle on his face.
I felt the makeup they tried to do for him to make him look not as old, they tried to do with like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber.
I didn't see that.
They look so old in that movie.
Because they are.
I know, but it's just so sad when you watch them
old?
when you watch them back to back.
Well, you realize when Pee Wee shot Big Adventure, he was 33.
That's fine.
He's
in his
60 something.
60s.
Is that because that's like 87, right?
It was
Probably
85.
Yeah, legitimately.
So I mean, it's been a long time, but the part, I don't know if you remember it. There's a part where he has to sign like a waiver to see some big scary snake.
Yeah, which one?
In Big Holiday, the newest one. And he goes in and it's this like fake snake and it hits the glass and he's like, this is stupid. And he's like, he feels like something's behind him and he looks behind him and it's a cobra and it lunges at him and it hits a glass right in front of his face. And then he like screams and he's screaming this like high pitched scream for like the next 3 minutes in the movie.
That rings a bell.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. And the intro part where in the intro part of Big Adventure is like he slides down the pole and he changes into his clothes and it's just like
he has this whole machine.
Yeah.
What you call it?
In the Big Holiday one, it was really good
the
too.
Rube Goldberg machine. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I just remember thinking, I can't remember the movie 100%, but every time they did like a slow motion flashback to what's that guy's name?
John Manganiello.
Yeah, John Manganiello. Like, were they celebrating like a party?
His birthday.
His birthday.
It's in Spanish.
Yeah,
every time.
slow motion in Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was still weird though. It had that Pee Wee feel. I liked it. I didn't know we were going to be reviewing Pee Wee Herman stuff on here.
Yeah. Well.
Stealing my water.
Yeah.
You thought it was weird that Stephanie What's-Her-Face was in it too?
Oh yeah, but he doesn't know who that is.
Oh no.
One of the girls from Brooklyn Nine-Nine was one of the 3 girls that were bank robbers in that movie. So was Maybe from...
yeah, I remember that. She was the nice one, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was Pee Wee. Her nickname was Pee Wee.
That's right. I remember that now. I watched it when it came out. That was a couple of years ago, right?
It was either
year.
2015 or 2016. I can't remember.
Probably 15.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I got to.
Gotta be direct. Incorrect.
Mr. Herman.
Paging Mr. Herman.
2016.
Wow. You've got a telephone call at the front desk. Cards Against Humanity.
Buying that plot of land and registering it as an eminent domain and hiring a lawyer. Did you hear about this?
I did hear about this, and it is ingenious.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like, I thought it was just... When I first started hearing the story, it was built up. I thought, okay, well, they did the shit. What are they going to do with, was it $5 or $15 per person they asked for?
Mm-hmm.
And that was, when I heard about it, that was funny.
There was the one year where you bought nothing.
I know one year it said you paid money to have them just dig
a big hole.
Big ass hole.
Yeah. One was like they got sent shit, right?
Yeah, it was bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got sent bullshit.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty good.
And somebody focused on the Q&A on the website. It's like, I just want cards. Like, one common question, I don't want this whole political shit. What are you doing? And it said something, you can buy the cards and shove them up your ass or something. Basically, something like, fuck you.
How good is it to start a company like that, too? Because you could say whatever you want, and it's like the basis of the game is to be an asshole.
Yeah.
So it's not like
they're in the right market.
Yeah, exactly. You could be, fuck you.
For sure.
Yeah.
And fucking, they can't do wrong. They raised that, whatever money, I don't know if they had a set number to sell out, but it sold out quick.
Well, they have a good following.
Oh, yeah. For a card game. You heard of a fucking card game that...
I think that's the card game, too, that put card games on the map. Like, you didn't see card games in Target and stuff before that.
Party game.
Yeah. Now they're everywhere.
That's true.
What's your other news story?
Well, I remember hearing yesterday. I seen a video today of... You ever see, like, videos of, like, robots walking autonomously, kind of? And it's really trippy because they look so human, kind of. You know, like, from, like, colleges or whatever. You ever see any YouTube videos of...
No, we don't sit around watching robots.
You never seen, like, a robot, like, walk by itself, somebody try to push it over and it balances itself?
No, I've seen Osimo.
Yeah, at Disneyland.
Yeah.
Osimo, like, Cartman's character?
Oh, speaking of that, did you see them make fun of the Chargers?
No, I've been caught up in South Park.
I just saw a screenshot of it, and it's a big empty stadium. It says Chargers, and there's one person sitting in the stands.
And the whole thing is that the NFL is lying to everybody and saying, "Oh, look at 17,000 people showed up today for the Chargers."
It's funny that
I'm going to show you this video
of a
robot correcting itself when someone tries to push it over.
I don't like this, Corey.
That's your replacement.
What the fuck? I didn't know that they could do these kind of things right now.
Yeah, so these robots have a system in them that it's a thinking computer. It learns.
It learns. That's the key word.
It has
Skynet
gyroscopes and balancing sensors, and
they need to be burned.
So it can do a flip, but you can't.
It's going to be able to do everything that you can't.
They have an outtake, basically. They just show it fucking try to do the flip and fuck it up.
It landed it right there. Oh, now it's trying to correct itself?
It didn't stick the landing.
What's that?
It's like a person.
Yeah. Isn't it kind of freaky looking?
Yeah.
So.
That doesn't scare you?
No, it's all...
It's all what? You don't think someone's going to buy that and try to implement that into like a factory?
If you want to kick that thing over and beat it with that thing's probably so sensitive and costs so much money, I wouldn't worry about it yet.
They don't eat, they don't sleep.
No, they require a battery though. They can't harvest us yet. They don't have enough battery.
Well, no, I'm saying that they could, you could give it a pick list and it could pull an entire order.
And drive it.
I don't think the technology's there for a long while. They can barely get it to walk.
You know about.
But isn't that kind of cool?
No.
You have a robot servant. Hello, master.
Yeah, right.
You push it,
You still haven't watched Rick and Morty, right?
No.
He's sitting at breakfast one morning and he's messing with a robot.
Oh, the butter one?
It's the butter robot, and it's like...
Purpose.
It's like, bring me the butter, and he brings the butter. He's like, what's my purpose? And he's like, you bring butter. And it basically, it looks at itself like... This is all that's to my life, like in that split second.
And that made you laugh?
It's really
It's
funny.
really good.
Not funny.
You'd laugh if you saw it.
I doubt it.
No, not now because you know the joke. Yeah, no, it's a really good show, man. You should watch it. You should watch it. You should watch it with your fucking SO.
I don't like that term.
Yeah.
That's like, whatever, what'd you say? Oi.
Noise.
Oh
my god, I want to fucking throw up every time he says it. He won't listen to this by the time that...
Yeah. Oh, no.
The funny thing is the only time I've ever said SO is when I went to the door with you and just right now. I know it's not something that I say.
It's not like English.
You pick it up from somebody at work.
No, nobody at work would say that.
Does somebody at work say, sounds like you got a case of the Mondays?
No, nobody's ever said that.
Really?
Yeah.
Somebody
hell no.
Somebody make their ass kicked?
No, nobody says that at my work. What else, man?
I'm out of stuff. You gonna go Black Friday shopping?
At Home Depot to get a Christmas tree.
That's it.
Yeah. I looked at like the Target shit and stuff, and like I was gonna go there on Thanksgiving, but nothing.
Shadow of War.
Yeah, I can get it on Wednesday because I'm a
got
Red Card member. Yeah, I'm going to.
I don't think I am.
Why? It's $30.
There's like 14 games I want. That'll be like $30. South Park, whatever.
Then he's never gonna play them.
I'm just telling myself, I might as well wait till I'm ready to play them, and then I'll buy it.
Well, when your last girlfriend broke up with you, how many games did you catch up on afterwards?
I feel like I was playing Zelda at the time, and that took like, it was the Wii one.
Uh-huh.
It took like 100 hours, so I didn't catch up immediately.
Well, I don't think this one's gonna leave you.
Not for a while. I got so many games to play. And so, I still have games from last Black Friday. That's how bad it is.
The only one I have is the Zelda game, which is it's just so massive I got kind of irritated. And we just downloaded...
not a good game to stop and come back to.
No, it's not. We just
downloaded...
downloaded...
He just gets angry when he picks it back up.
What is it, Child of Light?
Mm-hmm.
We just downloaded Child of Light. It's a 2-player game on PlayStation.
What is it?
It looks like a fantasy...
It's a puzzle game.
Yeah. You gonna look it up?
Maybe.
It's 2 players, so we decided to pick it up. It's like $20 for the deluxe edition that had all the expansions and DLC. So
it's old. It's like 2 years old.
BB's already buying Super Mario World 3D World.
It's a good game.
And I bought a game called Portal Knights. I think I linked it to you a long time ago. Minecraft meets
Jesus.
Trine. 2-player split screen co-op.
I kind of want to play the Battlefront 2 single story or single player stuff.
You heard about EA?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
EA's so bad.
Yeah.
No, but okay. So legitimately, in this they have. This is not a free-to-play game. It's not like a cell phone where you can pay to get stronger faster. This is a $60 game you buy, and in this Battlefront game, you can, if you do certain things in the game, you can become the heroes.
Yeah.
If you've unlocked them. And the way to unlock them is to buy them with crystals. And I guess you roughly have to play, the people average, as much as the minimum cost, 40 hours of gameplay online before you can unlock one of the heroes. And there are multiple heroes. And somebody did another estimate, like, it would take 4,000 hours to do enough credits to buy everything they're selling on the store. So
yeah, that's bullshit. But I mean, do you have to have one of those heroes to get through the game?
No, but it's not just like people say if it's just to customize your character's looks and skins and then it would be no big deal. But it actually affects the gameplay. You get upgrades and shit.
Oh yeah, that's fucked up.
So and becoming a hero, if you're the guy who pays and you unlock all the hero, you become the hero more often. I guess I don't know.
So basically, you could wait a year and get the deluxe, the game of the year.
So you have the worst of both things. You pay for the game, and they're pay to win.
That's bullshit.
Things in the game, so it kind of throws off the online balance. I would imagine a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're the guy who wants to play for free, and all these people have all these perks, fucking day one because they open all these loot boxes.
Yeah.
By paying for it, kind of fucked up.
That's not a.
But the game looks fucking awesome. Unfortunately,
it looks really good.
This is EA muddling up the water. Like the developers did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
In a way, I don't know who makes it now.
It's just a lot different than when we were kids. I mean, like with the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, you can't unlock any characters. They're all DLC, all of them.
And what sucks is that it takes well. I would say it would probably take a lot of games release stuff, and it would take no time to.
Yeah. It's
already there day one too, which sucks.
If it's already there day one, you should be releasing it in the game.
Right.
You shouldn't have to fucking pay.
It's a whole thing.
Just for them to make more money.
One of the free games this month, though, was a Worms game. Did you ever play Worms games?
Yeah.
They're pretty fun.
Yeah, they are.
So it was a $25 game, so I downloaded it. We played it a couple times. It's a lot of fun.
Didn't mention, EA actually tried to rectify. They got a big backlash. But
we'll see.
They didn't do enough, apparently. But they're going to get... Well, it's just fine. They lose 100,000 sales for the game, but then they make $800,000 on people buying shit.
Purchases.
So they don't care. No. Money, money, money.
I hope we get some sort of... I still haven't watched the Last of Us trailer.
Oh, you haven't? The
No.
CG one?
Yeah.
Well, they're both CG ones.
Well, I haven't watched the second one. I watched the first one of her playing guitar.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the second one.
Oh, such bad backlash. I can't believe it. I don't even want... You don't even watch it. It's disgusting.
What?
Just regurgitating that article I read.
Vicus?
The trailer doesn't do anything to help you understand what the fuck's going on.
I don't care.
It's interesting.
The guy that's the UFC heavyweight champion has been live tweeting today as he watches Game of Thrones.
Cormier?
Yeah, Daniel Cormier.
Is he just now?
It's been interesting. It's been interesting. But I've only saw a couple of them, and they were about Joffrey, and then there was one about Ramsay Bolton. But it's like Ramsay Bolton needs to die more than anybody's ever needed to die in anything, and I'm like, he gets his.
Yeah. People are probably spoiling it for him.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, somebody posted right underneath it that Jon Snow dies. Yeah, so maybe next season.
Your boy won. I never heard you celebrate.
If you would have if you were here.
Yeah.
Were you
Oh
dancing?
my god, I was screaming.
He was a little shaky the round before.
Yeah, he
He
gasped.
Have good cardio.
Yeah.
It came out afterwards that he was having to eat so much to put on the weight because he's working out every single day.
Yeah.
That every single day he was just vomiting all the time.
Really?
Yeah. So he already wants to go back down to weight because that's not his natural weight.
Yeah.
So.
When he has to defend the title, though, you got to bump back up.
Yeah, it's in his contract, but he already wants to go down.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How many fights did he sign?
I don't know how many his deal is, but it was in his contract that if he won the belt, he would have to fight at middleweight. He couldn't relinquish the belt and step down.
Okay. A lot of people changed belts that day, didn't it?
All three of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was
Chick
nuts.
fight was good.
Yeah, the chick fight was really good. She was the biggest underdog on that fight. She fucking knocked the chick out.
That's awesome.
She had never lost.
I didn't see a recap of that. I seen somebody got kicked in the face. Knockout?
Yeah. There was a lot of good fights.
That's undercard, I think.
There was a lot of good fights on that.
That was a good card.
Yeah. That usually doesn't happen.
Yeah. So you were freaking out?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
screaming. I was like, ah!
Were you really tense the whole fight?
Every time
yeah.
he fights. I wish he would have never come back.
Clenching your butt cheeks?
Well, he won the first round like decisively,
problem.
and
then
he
gassed.
well, he probably won the second round too because Bisping just wasn't
do
doing all that
anything.
much.
Yeah.
In the third round, he took him down.
Didn't he get a... Didn't he fall down second round or something?
He slipped.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, he threw a kick and was off balance and kind of rolled backwards. But in the third round, he took him down and Bisping just sliced him open from the bottom, cut open his nose, cut open the side of his head. He's pouring blood. And then they got back up, and he just threw a punch and knocked Bisping down.
And got the choke.
Well, you've seen him fight, and you've seen him talk. He's a really, really smart fighter. And what he did is he started punching him, and he realized he didn't want to punch himself out. So he laid a trap, and he let Bisping extend his arms, and as soon as he extended one of his arms, he put his arm under his neck and choked him out.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. And he went out. He was unconscious.
You should have done that for Captain.
Yeah. I think that Steve Rogers is a little tougher than Michael Bisping. Now, Bisping's already fighting again this month.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah,
Walking
that doesn't
on
happen
card.
very often.
Wow.
Yeah.
At least you didn't get...
Anderson Silva tested positive for steroids. So he had to drop out of his fight. So they needed somebody, and he didn't get messed
get
up.
Fucked up, yeah.
Yeah, St. Pierre had to go straight to the hospital. He had a huge gash on his nose.
Is he okay?
Yeah, stitches and stuff. He put a video out today that he was back to doing gymnastics, and he was doing the where you put your arms
Parallel
on
bars.
Yeah, parallel bars, and he pushed himself up, and then he pushed his body backwards, and he was straight down to the ground. I'm like, this motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
Because he never stopped training when he was gone. He just did whatever he wanted. He had enough money.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it must be nice. He put on a lot of muscle, though. He was big.
That's good.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Yeah, I was glad to hear the next day he won.
Yeah, I love that guy. We're almost at an hour
Yeah.
for not having much to talk about.
I didn't watch it, but since people might know the Chargers, did you watch the Charger game?
No.
You see a highlight?
I saw, like fake punts and stuff. It was a crazy game.
The last quarter, I seen
Did they win?
They didn't.
No, it was just
They
horrible,
should've.
stupid. Yeah, it would.
So they lost in the last quarter?
The last 2 minutes was
Yeah, of course.
interception, that should end the game, and then fucking fumble, reversed it, and then
Yeah.
fucking kept going
All
back
they had
and
to do
forth.
was run down the clock.
Yeah, at
They
one
couldn't
point in
easily do
time.
that.
It was
Surprise.
It was really fucking horrible. I was like, that's funny.
Yeah, I am.
It's garbage.
It got tied up. Went
Up
to
until
overtime.
these last 2 weeks, I was watching football every Sunday,
Yeah, all day.
all day.
I still seen about 5 minutes of football this week.
But no, the thing is I'm rooting for the Packers, and you can't always watch them because,
They don't have a quarterback.
Not market.
well, it's not their market.
Oh, you don't get the channels?
No, it's $350 or $400 to get all the football
Sunday
games.
ticket?
It costs that much money.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
like $300 or $400.
What a fucking scam.
Right.
Don't give the NFL shit.
No, I don't. Luckily, I think every game except for 1 or 2 has been on because the Packers are a big deal. But as soon as they lost
Rodgers,
the games aren't on as much.
Did you see Kaepernick? What's the...
GQ Man of the Year?
No, I was concerned whether the owners got subpoenaed for all their phone records and shit. Mm-hmm. That's going to be funny.
Mm-hmm. Because you know there's something out there.
At least one of them.
Yeah.
But I wonder... If you get
if not all of them.
If you get
in
subpoenaed
group
for
chat.
phone records, How do you turn them over?
They get them from the phone
provider.
company.
Okay. That's interesting. I want all my phone records. Would that be a big old stack of text?
Yeah. Because you can use them in court. You go over them.
I don't think you can request your own, though.
Oh.
I think they have to be like...
It has to be a reason.
Yeah.
I want to laugh.
I have all of our texts for...
I think mine goes back a little bit.
Yeah.
But if I could take all day to fucking scroll up...
Yeah.
That's too much work.
Export.
Yeah. Are we good? Is there anything else you want to stick in here?
Oh, God. You can read your Mad Lib if you wanted to. Or you can keep it.
Do you want to read it?
You can read it.
What am I reading?
What?
The first one.
The first one? Katrina's been taking words that we've been doing during the podcast and putting them into Star Wars Mad Libs.
Just how... that's so bad, privacy-wise. I don't want my words used out of context.
You are posting them on the internet.
Yeah, in context.
Okay, so I'm reading this then?
If you want to. You don't have to.
Is there another one? Not yet?
No.
We'll just use these every other one to close out the podcast then, yeah?
Okay.
Well, Star Wars movie's coming out.
Yeah, okay. This is the power of the Force. The Force is a mystical, coolest power. As Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi once said, the Force is an energy field created by all living guys that surround us, penetrates us, and binds the T together. Using the power of the Force, the Jedi can do many funny things, like using the Force to exercise ass control.
When did we say ass control?
No, just ass.
Oh.
Force to exercise ass control over powerful-minded slaves. We said slaves in that?
Uh-huh.
A Jedi can also use the Force to move objects with his or her eyebrows. It doesn't matter how slow these objects are. It only matters how overwhelmingly the Jedi believes in the Force. Most importantly, the Force teaches us a Jedi to rely on his or her feelings. As Obi-Wan Kenobi told his student, Luke Spider-Man Walker, your hands can deceive you. Don't trust them. Instead, a Jedi should firmly trust the Force.
That's not too bad.
No.
Funny.
Ass control.
Yeah.
Alright, that's this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds. We're out.
Peace.